Good morning, fellow traders. Paul here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, October the 23rd, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, well, let's take a look here and see where we left off the market yesterday. So SPX with an inside month upper shadow here off of the upper Bollinger Band so far, but we still have time left in the month to see what this thing is up to. Weekly chart, it was looking a little bit sketchy right there, that we might get an evening star reversal type setup, but we got a lower shadow yesterday, which is keeping us in this potential bull flag / corrective channel right here, where we may see the end of wave 4. So we're still over wave 1, so it could be a valid count right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can get out of this corrective channel, it looks like wave 5 could be working its way up. I like how we closed yesterday over the cloud and the ADMA. I just would like to have seen a little bit more volume. If you go to the SPY, you can see here we had a little bit declining volume yesterday, so just a little bit something to keep on the radar here today. Let's take a look and see how the S&P futures are doing here this morning. So looks like they survived the debates last night. So let's see. So far, it looks like it's either a rising wedge or a leading diagonal here this morning. So let's see how it looks here into the. Let me get this pulled up here on the 5-minute chart here. Let's see how it looks here into the open today. Again, we broke out of the channel last night. Gave some crazy choppy price action throughout the debate, and here we're basically holding the signal zone from last night, the drop zone from last night. So let's see if that can hold as support and get to the next signal zone above. Let's take a look at the MES here this morning, see if we can get some larger geometric lines on the radar. So we did break out of the ones that we pointed out yesterday afternoon. So really at this point, we do look like we're putting in a bit of a megaphone here this morning. So let's just kind of keep an eye on this and see how that plays out into today. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're doing this morning. From what I noticed last time, earlier today, yeah, just kind of a little bit of a flat-ish type pattern, but it could be a bull flag. So we'll see how that goes in today. That would be a nice for anybody who's hoping that tech continues to work its way up. IWM still strong here this morning as we wait on stimulus news. Banks were super strong yesterday. The airlines were okay. So that was good. So the banks kind of held the market up yesterday. We'll see how they go into today as well. Let's take a look at Apple today. This is one to keep on the radar. It's up a little bit from yesterday's close. This could be. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than a flag right now. So I mean, just kind of keep an eye on it right here and just see how it handles last night's kind of geometric area. So again, that's a little bit long to be a flag. So basically just a rising channel. So see if Apple can work its way back up here today. Tesla. Okay, so after earnings, it's actually down a little bit here after earnings. It's actually kind of looking kind of head and shoulder-ish right here. So kind of keep an eye on it, keep it on the short radar. We are still above the upward trend line here on the daily chart. 50-day moving average corresponding right with that one. So see how that holds as potential support for Tesla. Other than that, we got Intel. So keep an eye on the semiconductors today. Intel gapping down pretty significantly here off of earnings, but it's gapping into the prior congestion zone after last earnings. So it's basically where it left off. So again, we may see just some chop for a while. After last earnings, it did drop for a while, and then it started to get a little bit congested, right? So and then tried to make a couple little breakouts into the gap and couldn't do it. So we got a fresh gap again here. So we'll see how that holds for Intel. So keep an eye on the other semiconductors too. Amazon got an upgrade this morning, so that's up about 10 points here this morning. We'll see if that can work its way up a little bit higher here today. Starbucks got an upgrade this morning, so buy the drip on this one. So it's up a little bit here this morning. Let's see if that can hold going into today. Sometimes it's a fun one to trade on Fridays. SPCE, just basically an inside day yesterday. So let's see if that can get any downside follow through if it's a pause day. Otherwise, it could be a drop-based rally type move, but it could be a pause day for a measured move down potential on SPCE. So keep an eye on that one today. DKNG, of course, everybody has their eye on this one these days. Just it's had an epic down move. Everybody's, when is it going to bounce? Personally, I think it's well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. A decent hammer yesterday, but symmetrical move down puts it below the cloud, and then below the cloud puts it in the congestion zone, which means it could chop until earnings. So we'll see how that goes here. Again, obviously, if we can stay above the cloud and get above the 8 and the 50-day moving averages there, it could get pretty interesting. And finally, just keep an eye on Guild here. So they got a FDA approval for their remdesivir, I believe, is a corona drug. So it's gapping up here this morning. It is basically barely getting over the this pivot level here. So watch for a potential reversal on that one. Unless it could really push above it, right? You got your cloud as potential resistance above. So good stuff, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a great trading day today. We'll catch you guys at the lunchtime market update. Until then, stay healthy out there, and remember to risk first and stay safe, so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.